Okay, we're live. Hello, it's Bill, the Knee Pain Guru. Today is, what is today? Thursday, April 29th, 2021. I'm Bill Paravano, the Knee Pain Guru. Okay, we have a question that came in from Marina. This was on YouTube, and by the way, we are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. We're live right now. Okay, this was a YouTube question from Marina. She says, "Hi, Bill, I fell off my horse on my right knee and was not able to walk for 3 days and did not go back to work for 3 months. Now my right knee is getting worse for me and I cannot walk downstairs from my work." Marina. Okay. It's important whenever you're dealing with a knee issue that we do things in a certain order, like baking a cake. Getting rid of knee pain is very much the same way. In baking a cake, you have to have the right ingredients in the right amount, in the right order, with the right timing. You do all that in order to get a cake. It's the same thing with knee pain. You have to have the right ingredients in the right amounts, with the right order, with the right timing. And what I'm talking about is first things first. And when we systematically begin to approach an issue with the knee, and we could begin to eliminate possibilities, because many times people get themselves spun out about their knee without having all the information. They talk to their friends and they talk to their family and they talk to, their cousins, brothers, uncles, sisters, best friend. And like what happened to them is not necessarily what's going on with you and what's going on with your knee. And first things first, get your knee checked out by a doctor. Get a diagnosis. Get an official diagnosis. Not that you need to go down that path. I want to make a very big distinction here. You get the diagnosis as a way to rule out possibilities, so you understand what you're dealing with. Is something broken or torn, or nothing broken or torn? They can have vastly different strategies depending on what you have going on with your knee. So it's important with Marina's comment here that she fell off the horse. She didn't indicate she went to the doctor. She didn't indicate what the doctor's diagnosis was, which can put us in a very interesting place in terms of trying to figure out what's going on. Interesting meaning it's going to leave us questioning. And the more we have as to what could be going on with the knee, the more you worry. And just the worry itself can make the tension worse in the body, which makes the knee pain worse. So we have to look at it not only from a physical perspective, we have to look at it, what's going on in your head and with your emotions as well. And this is a process by which moving you through this place to know exactly how to deal with your knee. So Marina fell from the horse. She fell on her right knee. It could have been a bruise, and that what she's dealing with now is a result of the body tensing up to protect itself from the fall, the fear from the fall, the trauma from the fall. Or she could have something that is broken or torn in the knee. She could have fractured her kneecap. She could have fractured her tibia. I talked earlier this week about tibial plateau fractures. So we want to understand what you're dealing with. Point being is, first things first, second things never. And get the diagnosis out of the way, or at least let me know what you're dealing with, and then we can figure out a strategy. Because if nothing is broken or torn, what the doctors are able to support you with is going to be somewhat limited. That doesn't involve prescription drugs, pain-killing shots, exploratory surgery, or physical therapy. That's their paradigm. That's their model. Understand that. Be very clear about that. Because if you're going to a doctor to get that type of support, then they're the best place to go for it. However, if there's nothing showing on an X-ray, a CT scan, or an MRI, nothing is broken or torn, the doctors say the knee is normal, or they don't have a diagnosis for you, it's sprained or it's bruised or whatever the case is, then understand we're just talking about nerves that are the width of an eyelash being squeezed, sending a signal to your brain that you have pain. And the lack of range of motion in the joint is a result of your neurology, your nervous system, your brain, your spinal column, the nerves going out to the rest of your body that is telling everything to tense up because there's fear. There's a trauma that gets stuck in the neurology that the body lost its ability to let go of. And that tends not to get better over time because the trauma is stuck in a place that's below strengthening the legs, that's below stretching. It's underneath that. The neurology sends all the signals to the muscles, the tendons, the ligaments, the fluid, the fascia. Everything gets its commands from the neurology. So you can go with all of that and you can try it. The knee pain guru approach is addressing the source of what's giving the command to the knee for the knee to feel pain, or give also the command to lack the range of motion in extension or flexion. It's rather simple. It's straightforward. That doesn't necessarily mean it's easy. That's why I do these, to help educate people to understand that it's a different mindset. This isn't going to be leg extensions like curls, leg raises. This isn't going to be like yoga stretches. This is changing the neurology. It's a specific way. And it requires you to feel and be aware of the patterns that are displaying in your knees, your hamstrings, your quads, your hips, your lower back, your ankles, your feet. It's all involved in there. Yes, if you have questions, please. TENS unit, that's a good question. The TENS unit, my understanding, and I've used TENS units. I don't necessarily know the technology behind it. I know what I felt. The TENS units are a way of emitting a frequency to the body as a way of potentially relaxing the pattern. However, what we want to do is change the neurology in a specific way of how the body is holding. So the TENS unit may or may not address that. You're kind of putting that unit in an area and the current is going in the knee or in the leg. I guess it would be a Band-Aid, is if you tried it and it worked, then it wasn't a Band-Aid. And if you tried it and it didn't work, then it might have been a Band-Aid. It's a little bit, I don't use that type of technology in how I work with clients. So Kathy, let me know if that answered your question, or let me know if that was a Band-Aid or not. Mildsey said, let's see. Mildsey says, I have a question and I would just need you to ask it. And then Kathy shared that. Okay. If you're wanting to know what to do next, you're listening to this, you're like, hey, maybe this guy is onto something. And you want to know more information, you could head on over to the kneepainguru.com website. It's actually going to be in the description below this video as well. You can head to my website. You can schedule a consultation if you'd like to just chat over what's going on with your knee. And there's also Knee Club. It's my group coaching program. You can check that out. We have coaching calls on Mondays and Thursdays. Hey, it's Thursday. So we have coaching calls where we meet in a group format like this. You tell me what's going on with your knee. I point you to specific videos in my members area that are going to give you relief today. You don't have to wait. We work directly with the neurology to get the pressure off of the nerves in the knee that are causing pain. It's Pretty simple and straightforward. I take your hand a little bit and I walk with you to describe what you're feeling, because pain is a feeling, comfort is a feeling. And right now, your brain, your emotions, everything is focusing on the pain. And what we need to do is begin to rewire that so you focus more on comfort and recognize something other than pain in your knee. Trying it for sciatica. Yeah, sciaticas can be a little tricky. There's stuff going on with the sacrum, the ilium, which is the hip bone on that side, the rotation of the femur in the hip socket, tension patterns when you sleep, when you stand, when you walk, when you sit. So all of that's involved in sciatica. That is something we can certainly work with as well, because it shows up, well, in the entire body. There's tension patterns going on from your feet all the way up to your head. And we need to begin to understand these patterns in a way that empowers you with what to do when you experience the discomfort. When you experience the discomfort, what type of discomfort you're experiencing, and then giving you tools to begin to relieve that. And when you do that over and over and over again, you're teaching your nervous system, you're upgrading the neurology in your body to relieve the pain and recover faster. And there's more into it as far as avoiding self-sabotage, which is going to throw you back into the pain you just got out of, as well as giving your body the support it needs. Water, nutrition, supplementation, mindset, those are all key components to make sure once we get you out of pain that you're not going to revert back into pain. You're establishing a new relationship with your body because, well, if you've been in pain for an extended period of time, you need to establish a new relationship with your body. So, okay, that's it. That's all I got. I don't see any more questions coming in. If you're watching the replay, type in your comments, questions, whatever you'd like to below. We'll address that possibly on future videos. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications for future videos. That's all she wrote. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Bill Paravano, the Knee Pain Guru, signing off for today. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one.